about to get a glimpse into the future.
Would you guys like to see Overwatch? All right, play the movie.
Welcome to Overwatchin, the new podcast from the fan site Overwatchin. I'm joined with Jahn, Ixloc, and HayzeMD. Hi, Jahn. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Are you?
Yeah, that was a very, very good introduction.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
I know,
I'm not going to be good at this stuff. I'm terrible with introductions. And hi there, Ixloc. Oh, gosh. Already.
Hi there.
The negativity.
Well, hello there, everybody. I'm Ixloc. I've been to BlizzCon, and it was a good time.
Oh, gosh. Rubbing it in. Oh, gosh, and the laugh. Oh, I'm saying gosh too much. Okay, Hayze, your turn.
Hey, gals and guys. I'm Hayze.
Yes,
Various
you are.
YouTuber, floofer around the internet, and costume maker thing.
She's
But
British.
mostly-
Oh, me too.
Yeah, that's actually my biggest contribution to this, is the fact that I'm British. That's what I bring to the table.
Well, you gotta do something, right?
Yeah,
Don't make it like that.
everybody has a strength, and mine is the fact that I've never been to America.
Awesome overlay motion art right now is messing up. I have done something wrong. Alright,
Mine is perfect. So, whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't even
What?
I don't even see that static. It's not even there.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's...
You should
that's
use your
what- that's-
green screen
it-
to green screen out the green screen static.
It's all
Alright.
it's all part of the effect.
Okay, so let's go over what we're going to talk about in this episode. Do we know what we're going to talk about in this episode?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna
We
talk
need to-
about this brand new video game, Team
Goblins
Fortress 2.
versus Gnomes for
No.
Bastion, the expansion. It's going to be
I
fantastic.
thought this was about, Blizzard just announcing that, there was the new World of Warcraft expansion. I mean, come on, that's awesome.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was just to us pressies, right?
This isn't the Legacy of the Void podcast. Did I make a wrong turn?
Oh, God, did you see they're starting with more workers now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That's... And less minute... There, carry on.
okay.
Here's a big piece of news. Terran is OP.
Oh, Jesus. Right, we're here to talk about
Blizzard
Overwatch,
win.
a brand new game announced by Blizzard at last BlizzCon.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Overwatch.
That's
A
so true.
class-based first-person brawl game, effectively. Well,
It's a
yeah,
character-based game.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yes,
a
yes, good point.
shooter.
It's a hero-based game.
Let's-
They're all
let's
like
take off these
big
glasses.
golden age heroes.
Serious.
Because that's the thing to do right now.
With a nice
Yeah.
Pixar short intro, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Why
So
Blizzard?
the second topic is we're going to talk about Overwatching for as short as we can because I don't want to take over the episode.
Look,
But
shameless
just want to
plugins.
show, yeah, well, we got to do it, and we want y'all to know who we are, and then get that out of the way. And then the third topic is we're going to talk about the characters that we've really seen, and then maybe there isn't just 12 that were announced. You know, they also kind of snuck in a few character designs that they weren't really showing in the game. So maybe future characters or secret, who knows. And then we're going to talk about the actual feel of the game and the level design because Ixloc did get to play it, and we're going to let him be like, yeah, I'm cool, and rub it in. So,
Yeah, but he played all the lame classes.
yeah, of course he did.
What?
And he probably sucks at it. So,
Like,
yeah,
what is
let's
this
talk
stream?
about-
Is this the shield stream or the ammo stream? That's the heal
What, the
stream.
attack
I
or
wanna-
defense?
I want to look
Oh,
blankly.
well, I'm on offense.
Yeah.
Defense.
So, let's move on to Overwatching. Or not Overwatching, Overwatch.
Overwatch.
That game, yeah.
That new
I'm
video
already
game.
messing up the name, so...
Alright, so Overwatch is a first-person shooter. It's made by Blizzard. It's got a lot of characters. They're all pretty cool. It also has game modes that are straight out of TF2, but that's cool because TF2 is great. It's the best game. Go play it. It's free.
I think you're also not touching on the fact that it's really focused on heroes versus villains. Although
Is it?
you can.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
Okay, it's
shut
not.
your butt. It's not.
It's about heroes then.
Yeah, it's about heroes. It's about big,
And it's got
bolder,
villains in it.
brighter than life characters.
Except for
Be they
Farrah.
heroes, neutral, villains, all working towards whatever objective. Because in the fluff of the world, about 30 years ago, there was this massive uprising of Omnic machines that came and destroyed everything. Fought.
I was
and
there.
Then Overwatch.
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah.
Was it,
You may
was
not
it
have
cool?
been, but Bastion was
Yikes.
there.
Yeah.
They're-
Oh no,
they're
good few
robots.
characters were there.
Yeah.
Like Bastion, Troll Beyond, Reinhardt was there.
Yes.
But yeah, any characters over 30 really.
Reinhardt's
But-
my grandpa.
So because of this big robot uprising, Overwatch, a sort of specialist organization of heroes and oddities, all got together and started beating up the robots and generally brought the world back in order. But since then, they've been disbanded. So they're all a loosely affiliated bunch of people who aspire to be heroes or mercenaries, all doing whatever work they can get, which in this instance is pushing a bomb along a very small track.
Why are they doing it?
In the middle of future London. Well, that map, they're doing it to get an EMP bomb down to the undercity of London, which is full of Omnic machines.
Interesting.
Didn't actually know that.
Did any of you even listen to BlizzCon?
Look, man.
I
You
watched-
were there!
I was
You
there
were
in the game.
there!
Time to look at the lore.
He was
Sorry?
working though, right? Wasn't he
You have
working?
no excuse.
I was supposed to be working. Yeah. He was just like, that game was cool.
Yeah.
What is it again?
Yeah.
I think it's a rhythm game.
Oh, don't. I can already see a rhythm-based character somehow in there, and just
There already is. There's like there's this dude with the dreads, and he's got like these sound
Yeah.
cannons.
yeah,
I can totally see him.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just-
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
So thank you very much for explaining things that we were supposed to know. Yeah. Now we knew them for about 15 seconds, and we probably have already forgotten.
All right, so there's a bunch of characters in Overwatch.
Yeah.
They're offense characters, defense
12
characters,
right now.
tank characters, support characters. There's a whole cast of characters, and they're all pretty unique, except for the women characters. They all look the same, and they all have their own weapons.
Let's not start that.
They all have their own weapons and play styles, but none of it really matters because we all know Reaper is the best character. Time to Reap. How can you get better than that? It's the best. It's just so good.
So,
he
what
died
do
a
y'all
lot.
think about the intro? Like the cinematic? How about that?
It was like Disney meets Quentin Tarantino.
Was
Like,
it
right.
Very
good though?
Pixar. I kind of want
it
that.
was
you can kind
super
of,
good.
That's
can
what I'm
kinda see
showing on
them-
screen right now. So.
You kind of see them wanting to be, wanting to make like not just the game, but like maybe a TV series or comics or who knows
Well,
what they could do.
I think-
No.
I
Look,
think
Blizzard have always been really good at producing videos. They've never done much with it. Like World of Warcraft is full of amazingly put together like promo videos and intro videos, but they've never gone and done anything with it. I don't think they'll do anything with it. I think they'll just use it for world
they are
building.
making the World of Warcraft movies, so that
Yes, but they're doing it live action. Ah! Ah! They're so
Okay.
good at making CG and they're doing it live action.
they're probably they're doing
okay.
like they're doing the James Cameron Avatar bullshit where they just CGI over all the live action so it looks pretty.
Yeah, well, for the orcs and the non-humans.
I don't
We
think they're
haven't
gonna
seen it
screw it
yet.
up.
But
Well, it'll be
regardless,
canceled
they're
before they
still
screw it
making
up.
a movie out of it, so they could
Oh, yeah.
make a movie or a show out of Overwatch.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
It would
I
be
think-
super good.
Oh, definitely.
I think
But-
the point where like you could see a TV show or a comic book or something coming out of it, I think that was kind of what they were going for because you know Overwatch is a very superhero Saturday morning cartoon kind
Yeah.
of show.
I think that's more the world they're trying to go for rather than trying to build like a franchise where they will make a cartoon because I think that would be too
Yeah.
good for us.
Coming to McDonald's next month. Get a Happy Meal and a free Overwatch toy.
I will
Hey,
be
I'd
so
collect 'em.
fat.
Press the button.
Fat.
The problem is if they had figures at McDonald's, I would go to McDonald's, and I haven't
Yeah.
been to McDonald's in years.
I'd walk in there and be like, who are you? I'm like, what do you mean? You know everyone who comes in here every day? Yeah, we do. So, yeah.
It's hard not to notice them.
I wanted to say something about the cinematic. The thing about the cinematic, to me, is it actually felt like a completed story. Instead of all the ones we've seen, is always setting up a story. You know what I mean? Like this, I mean, yeah, it's just a short story, but it is actually a beginning and an end. Instead of all their other ones are always kind of like just setting up the game. This one doesn't feel like it's setting up the game.
It's a snapshot into something that happened within the world, and it felt very informative of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice snapshot. You get it. Okay, this is what's happening. Now here's what I am. Here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna show I'm showing the gameplay trailer. So if y'all kind of remember how that went together.
Yes, let's
that
move.
was
It
great.
showed the 3 pretty maps and.
I
will say this about the gameplay, though. The gameplay, it is the first game I've played where, at BlizzCon or like at any game I've played, where people just naturally stay together right off the bat. Like nobody knew what to do, and normally that means people go all helter-kelter all over the place. But this game, everybody stayed together. It was weird. I've never experienced, and that was every game I played. The defenders stayed together, the offense stayed together, and it just worked. It's really cool.
That is weird. I was actually I went to PAX.
Heroes.
I was playing a game at PAX, and it was like a co-op. It was like a co-op versus game, and my team was like, "All right, guys, we got to stick together." And I was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go kill some vampires."
Oh, so you're the problem.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, now I know who the problem is.
Look, I play TF2. I'm used to rocket jumping all over the place. Gotta get the medic, get behind enemy lines, go.
Not
You
this
just gotta
game.
go.
You try and rocket jump. First of all, Farrah's gonna kill herself.
That is the biggest load of honky. How do you give a character a rocket launcher and then not let them
Because
not
she
let
has a
them?
jetpack.
And it plays more like a mortar than a rocket launcher.
Yeah, she has a jetpack anyway.
Yeah,
So?
you don't need it.
It's more styling.
No, it isn't. It's dumb. It is super dumb.
You're dumb.
And slimming.
It would have to be for her to get into that suit of armor.
But yes,
What?
it's,
Not physically possible.
Based on like just as far as looks and go, what is your favorite character?
Oh,
Just
Gameplay-
looks alone.
Symmetra.
Looks alone. Oh, Mercy, of course.
Winston.
Really.
He's a monkey.
That says a lot about you.
Love him. I think he's great. No, just from the cinematic, because he's like this big kind of fatherly. Just the whole sort of enjoying the exhibit. Move along, rather than just going in there and going, "What the hell are you doing? Here? Get the fuck out! This is all."
He reminds me of Beast from X-Men. He's like the
Yes.
same type of
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
love
yeah, I
that.
think that was kind of what they were going
Yeah.
for.
Oh yeah, but they succeeded, and I think it's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think him and Bastion are the most interesting.
It's like Beast covered himself in shoe polish.
Mine is definitely Zenyatta. My favorite. As
He
far as
is a
looks
robot
go.
monk.
Yeah.
Yes. He's a
robot
robot with a soul. And
No, he's not. He's not.
okay, he's not.
He believes he has.
I say he is. He believes he has a soul.
Well, I mean that means that humans are so badass that they can create souls.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's
Nothing
wrong with that?
We're not playing. We're not
I'm a
playing.
soul creator.
If we're going to be
Told me
talking
that.
about sci-fi and magic, we may as well have technology creating magic.
Yes.
Speaking of magic, there isn't any, which is weird for Blizzard. I mean,
But there is trolls.
I would go on record
Not
as saying
trolls.
Zenyatta is
Dwarves.
magic.
It seems like it's magic.
Zenyatta's magic.
Yeah.
What do they call that in Final Fantasy?
Symmetra is basically magic.
nah, she manipulates hard light.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she manipulates light to alter reality, which is one of those things whereby any technology far enough in advance is indistinguishable from magic. And since there's no like this is the mechanism by which this technology works, it may as well just be magic.
Yeah. May as well
Reaper
be
says
magic.
time to reap.
Reaper's
That's magical.
Magic, yeah.
That's
Might as well be
magical
magic.
because it's terrible.
Yeah. I need to get on making Reaper's mask.
I think I'm gonna enjoy playing Reinhardt the most though. We'll see.
Reinhardt looks pretty badass.
He was
They need
fun.
to They need to nerf. They need to nerf that shield. It's like 3 times his health bar.
No, it's actually the shield goes down pretty quick if you had because with the nature of how people play. As I said, everybody sticks together. So if you're Reinhardt, you're going forward with this shield. Most of your team's behind you, and that shield will go down pretty quick when the whole other team is shooting at it. And I also found that something you can do with the shield is, let's say I'm Reinhardt and I put up my shield and I start walking towards somebody, and one of my allies is like on the other side. We can sort of box in somebody because I don't think the other team realizes that you can sort of either jump over or get around or away from the shield.
I heard you could walk through it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Also,
what I
something
never
else.
experienced it, but this guy just sort of ran away.
Can you just straight up body block?
What's that?
Can you body block? As in, do player entities have
Body
collision?
block.
I mean, it was the only way I did it was I had the shield up and was walking towards this guy, and
Yeah.
he kept backing away, so I never had a chance to see what would happen if he actually touched it, and I don't think he wanted to experience it either.
Yeah.
Because he was getting fired up on
What if it
allies, so,
hurts?
you know,
It'd be funny if it hurts.
that would be kind of funny.
I have a question for Reinhardt. When you hold out Reinhardt's shield, does he move? Does he like aim slower? Like, does it reduce his aim speed? So like, let's say he has it up and he like normally he turns like and then when he has the shield up, he has to turn like
It felt a little slower, but that could be just be my memory because it's different between first person and third person, so it could have just been that.
Because I'm thinking like a major weakness to the shield could be like someone like Tracer or Reaper could just go up behind you and blow you up.
Well, Bastion has a limited field of fire when he's in his turret mode, so I know you can run around him and it's him.
Yeah, Bastion is an it.
Can we actually?
He could have a soul. I mean, he likes little birds and stuff.
We've already been over this.
So let's take a really quick moment and just kind of talk about Overwatchin as the site. Like what are we planning on really doing? I know what Jahn wants to do. I know he's got experience in shoutcasting, and I know he said he's interested in that, and I'm trying to do that with him.
Yeah, really interested. Shoutcasting is great. It's especially Overwatch. It looks like I just wanna go up there and be like, and then the Robo Monk activates his ultimate and heals everyone so that the monkey with the Tesla cannon can go blow that guy up. That's what I want.
Yeah.
This game can totally. I think it'll eventually get to that point, and it'll be.
It's a Blizzard game, of course.
Well,
Whether or not a game becomes competitive is definitely dependent on the community.
Definitely.
Like people were saying that Super Smash Bros. Brawl couldn't be competitive; it didn't have the advanced mechanics of Melee. But the Brawl community was like, "Nah, that ain't cool." So they made it competitive.
I think a lot of it also comes down to how much support the developers will give, and Blizzard know how to support a
There's gonna
community.
be a tournament every year at BlizzCon for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
of
so
course.
people are gonna play anyways. For that tournament for one. Right. But anyways, getting kind of ahead of ourselves on that. I'm gonna move along to Ixloc, and he covers some cosplay mostly for someone else. I think he says his local
Variant
newspaper.
edition.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a comic YouTube thing I'm part of.
Oh, I didn't know that. I actually thought it was a local something. Maybe I talked to somebody about local something. But you're planning on doing some articles and maybe focus a little on the cosplay for Overwatchin, maybe?
Yes, definitely. Because I actually got a couple pictures of some of the people who were out there already. Obviously they were, paid to be there at first, but it was kind of cool to see, what people can do with a lot of these figures. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see when somebody finally cosplays, as Winston or Reinhardt, and how they're gonna.
I have the plans laid out.
Oh,
Excellent.
Lord.
Yeah.
I'm excited
So-
then.
I'm
So
pretty
let's-
I'm pretty hyped for that Torbjorn cosplay though.
Yeah.
I'm actually very tempted to go through each and every character and dissect the cheap way to do the costume and the expensive way to do the costume.
That's a good
That's
segment.
a good way to do it.
Yeah,
That's a really good
And
segment.
so,
because
let's
it's
go
like-
to Hayes then.
Because the proper way to do Winston would be as a sort of you have a harness, you've got the body, the
Your
head
arms
sits,
cut off.
the head sits about there, ahead of you, and you build an animatronic head, which the ape fortunately only has a few major parts that you need to move
Or
animatronically.
you could put your hand in there.
No,
control it
because you need one. You need an arm for each arm.
Yeah.
Use one arm as a crutch, and then you can have the other arm out to hold the Tesla cannon.
Tesla cannon, yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, I am actually a video content creator, but I'm also a professional costumer. So
Wow, really?
I'll be doing certain stuff. Yes, I'm currently working on fucking 16 rats for some ballet in California. It's awesome. I'm making a horde of rats.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wish
So,
I had as many racks as you.
There is also something
My
else that
cosplay
Hayes
then
will
is
be
my
doing.
mask that I made.
Wow. look
Aw,
at-
is that leather?
It's a warbler.
Oh, ugh. I mean, yay!
Oh, here we go.
At least it isn't Wonderflex.
No, it's not Wonderflex.
I hate that stuff so much.
There's also some
Hashtag first world costumer problems.
Hayes is supposed to be working on some lore videos too, and those are coming together.
yes.
Awesome.
I will be going into lore and
Never been done
background and
before.
world building stuff.
Is the target 60 seconds? Isn't it?
Yeah, between 60 and 90 seconds, depending on the character and depending on the artwork we get together.
And
But 60
it's not
was the
just
original
lore,
idea.
too.
Guys, I have
Yeah,
an
yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
I have an idea.
yeah.
What if we did reenactments of the lore with the costumes, and you can make costumes, and we'll do reenactments of the lore.
Do you have £400 budget for each costume? Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
That's without
great, though.
charging time.
So, gosh, there's
Sorry.
people all about
It's a
them
cute-
pounds.
It's a really cute idea. I like it. I think that would be awesome if we were all like living near each other and could scrape together. Just because like you get YouTube channels that do all the like fancy visual effects, but they've got shit props. But they still look quite cool.
Okay, so yeah.
But it just crossed my
videos
dreams.
are gonna mostly be like lore and kind of really quickly touching on the abilities, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's what I was thinking.
I didn't need a
Alright,
visual representation of my dreams being crushed. The audio.
Let's move on
isn't-
to just
Okay.
individual characters, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna blurt out like the character that we're gonna be talking about, or like what the video is actually showing, because I have little videos to go along with which character we're gonna talk about. How about
All right.
that?
Can I start?
Well, the first one's Bastion.
Why is the first one Bash? Damn it.
It's how I've got it ready, man.
Well, I
got
was
stuff
looking at
prepared.
her overlay, and it's like, all right, Reaper's the first one. I have to do Reaper.
I'll tell you when it's Reaper though.
All right. Yeah, let me
It's
actually
pretty later on.
go
So
on the website. All right, what are we doing first then? Who's the first character?
we're doing Bastion first.
Oh, he's a
Let's talk
robot.
about that. Yeah, he is a robot.
It's
Alright,
the
he-
robot.
So Bastion is literally RoboCop. Just putting that out there.
He actually is a cop. No,
No, it isn't.
no, he's not a cop. No.
Actually,
Whoever said that's
so-
stupid.
no, something I'll point out with Bastion. But an interesting difference between Bastion and Zenyatta. Nowhere in Bastion's lore do they give it a gender. Nowhere do they have gendered pronouns. Whereas Zenyatta, who is also a robot and technically genderless, identifies as male and has male pronouns.
This is important things that we need to talk about.
Okay.
We already said I'm
So-
doing lore, right?
Yeah.
I'll do lore
Our
characters.
master has
design.
spoken.
All right, you go ahead and do the lore. Do the
That's
lore for Bastion.
genuinely interesting. That's genuinely interesting. That's
It is quite-
genuine
Really?
thought from Blizzard that have gone into it, as that's a definite difference between the two characters. 'cause
And I'm sure they did think about something like
Yeah.
something
Yeah, I'm
like
sorry.
that.
I shouldn't have
It's Blizzard.
diminished it like that. I'm just
Yeah.
a jerk.
Yeah.
It's like you. I'm
so-
sorry. I'm not
Yes.
even gonna go there. So you want to start with the lore of RoboCop?
Well, he's a robot, circa the Omnic crisis that we were talking about earlier. However, he got scrapped and reactivated, and now he's kind of alone, wandering about, kind of a little bit curious and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's RoboCop. There you go.
That's
That's
it,
not
in a
RoboCop.
nutshell.
He didn't have his limbs exploded by a
He's-
shotgun. Incredible.
The most interesting thing about all
Didn't
these
you see the
characters
new
is-
movie? In the new movie, he just exploded. It was
Yeah,
kid friendly.
yes, but the new movie isn't the RoboCop film. The
Yeah.
new movie is something entirely different. The new movie actually has two different films in it. One which is the RoboCop part, which is shit, and one which is the like corporate dystopia bit, which is actually really interesting.
Welcome to
It
the
was really
Overwatch
nice.
podcast. We occasionally talk about Overwatch.
Yeah.
Over what? Wait,
What is this?
wow.
All right, so Bastion, he's got some gameplay. He's actually playable in the game.
Yes.
He's got two modes. He's got assault mode and siege mode. In assault mode, you can walk around and he's got a submachine gun that you can shoot at people with. It's pretty cool. And he also, when you press the button thing, you go into siege mode and you pretty much mount yourself into the ground and you turn into a big ass minigun and
You have to
it's
push a button
real good.
to
It's
do
real
this
good.
stuff.
You do have
So-
to push a
Very
button.
OP right now. Playing as Bastion, it's very OP.
hmm
If
So let's talk about-
if you have a whole team of defenders of who are all Bastion, then it's very difficult for the other team to get in and actually capture anything.
Calling out Jesse Cox on this one. 5 Bastions, 1 Reinhardt. Just sit on the last point.
Jeez.
So let's move on to Hanzo, okay?
Okay.
Hanzo's got some pretty interesting lore to him, in my opinion. Don't y'all
Really?
agree?
Uh,
Well, just
uh,
about how he had to kill his younger brother, or is it older brother?
It's kind of intense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a little. It's. I mean, he's kind of cliche. He looks cliche to me, but he also
Oh.
he looks good to be
Emotes.
in a first-person shooter. You know.
Well, I mean, first-person shooters have just been throwing bows out the butt. Like every first-person shooter needs a bow for some reason. I think
Yeah.
we forgot the gun part behind. Whatever.
I like bows.
Sorry.
I've
Yeah.
taken archery before, and anytime there's a
Yeah.
bow in a game, I'm like, this is great. You can tell
then
if
you
they're
get-
actually holding it right,
Yeah.
or
And then you get to watch them and go, nope, they're just as bad as Hawkeye, who's never held a bow before in his life.
yes.
Yeah. Jan's just really negative, is all.
I'm upset. I don't like when people put bows in my games where I'm supposed to be blowing people up. It's like, how about you give me a bow that blows shit up? That's what I want. Give me an explodey bow. Crisis
Hey,
had
it
one.
does kind of
It's a
explode.
sci-fi game. It can, yeah. He gets.
Is it his ultimate?
Yeah, he
He's
gets
got-
scatter. He gets scatter
The
arrows.
scatter shot.
Yeah.
And he also has that the one that shows everybody else, which is kind of cool.
I should
Those
Very
totally
useful
be showing
in a team-based
those.
game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although-
I gotta admit though, Hanzo's pretty fucking sweet. He's got that like dragon arrow thing, which makes no sense, but it's cool.
Although
It's
I-
pretty
I-
epic.
I do think it's interesting. They've gone with sort of the the Pan-Asian aesthetic, and instead of just going for a generic samurai, they've given him a bow. But he's kind of got the whole Mongol thing going on because they've got Mongols are famous for using their composite bows. So it's kind of like he is every Asian trope rammed into one, and then had the samurai sword taken away.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But
He's got it all. He's got the
Yeah.
really weird looking chainmail. He's got the ninja boots, the dragon tattoos. It's all
He
there.
doesn't have
And
chainmail.
the
Oh, he's got like the
Fabulous
Mr. Fuji beard.
yeah.
Yeah.
the fabulous hair,
also
though.
he's the male eye candy. So
Yeah.
Kinda
The one. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Mercy. How about that?
We didn't even talk about his
Sure.
name. I guess we don't need to.
Nah.
he's got a bow. He bows stuff.
He's got a bow.
So
Look out, he's got a
Mercy.
shooter.
First time I saw Mercy, I was thinking meh, and the more I look at her, the more I realize she's pretty dope. She's actually got a lot to her that's pretty cool.
She's so
He
cute.
plays pretty well too.
Two
Like,
weapons and all that. That's just
you follow like a Reinhardt or a Winston, and you just plop the heal, and they don't die as easily at all. And it's so good.
and she
All
beams
right.
light.
So she's got like a heal thing, and she flies around, and her ultimate is the biggest load of shit. It's so good. She brings everyone back to life. It's like, it'd be okay if she brought one person back to life, but she just brings everyone back to life.
Everyone in the area, right?
Everyone in the
Yeah.
area
And
just
it
comes
works
back
pretty well.
with full
So-
health.
When people die, they have to run to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that a lot of these ultimates, they take a long time to build up. It's not a very quick thing. So you're not going to have, Mercy going in there and just raising the dead every 2 seconds. It's going to take a long time between mass resings.
Are you expecting? How many times do you expect one person to get their ultimate off in a match? How about that? 2 times?
I don't.
Sometimes it's not a
Does
lot.
Mercy's ult charge with heals? Is it like Uber charge?
I think it charges with the heals, unlike everybody else, where it's with kills and stuff.
Or does it as Mercy or the people that Mercy heals do damage like while she's healing them?
Assists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does that count? Okay, that's cool. I actually want to get into something else for like 2 seconds. I don't really enjoy the ultimate system. I actually really don't like the ultimate system. I don't like how a guy can beat the crap out of my teammates and build up his ultimate meter, and my teammates just get wrecked by him, and then I have to fight him, and he has his ultimate, and he just one-shots me. I don't really think that's fair.
Well, you can still kill them pretty well.
Yeah, it's kind of the classic thing in any game where if you're ahead, you can use that to get more ahead.
I've never enjoyed the rich get richer system, like the kill
Do you
streaks.
think there should be more sort of rubber banding?
I think it should definitely be. I'd rather have it on a cooldown, but that's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people like the whole beat the crap out of someone get reported.
Ultimate stacks on death.
Yeah, it should definitely be cooldown based, I think.
Because it's like you.
See, I mean, like it was. I didn't see, even if the team was beating us handedly and we were defense, I didn't feel like there was a lot of, there still wasn't a lot of super use on either end. It was a long stretch in between them. So I think either if they switched it to a cooldown, I think there'd be even more than there was, than what we had now.
Should we move on to the next
I think
one?
that's interesting.
Yeah, we should definitely move on to the next character.
Yeah, it's Farah, by the way.
Oh, the person with the rocket but can't rocket jump.
That's
Yeah.
because she's got a jetpack.
Thanks,
And it's a
Volvo.
mortar.
She can
Not really a
literally
rocket.
fly.
I don't
Why
care.
to break her
It
ankles.
doesn't look any cool. It doesn't look cool.
Yes, it does.
If she
Her
was wearing-
wings are cool. Rocket launchers are dumb.
Okay,
Anyway, she's basically got an RPG launcher rather than a rocket launcher.
that's just the British
Yes.
way of thinking things.
I'm
I
gonna.
think.
Like
Rocket launchers aren't
I'm
cool.
sitting here. I'm sitting here thinking, maybe we can be friends, but like, rocket launchers aren't cool.
I'm playing as Farah. I wasn't as accurate with the because it did sort of have a little arc and lob to it, so
That's
it was
weird.
it took some getting used to before I started actually killing people with it. And in fact, the first time I played it, or the first kill I got was when I finally got the ultimate. When I finally got the ultimate up there, and I finally that was cool. Her ultimate is awesome.
So
Her ultimate looks
really,
overpowered as nuts.
So really, her
It's
gun's
not,
more like a grenade launcher
Grenade
than
launcher,
a rocket
yeah.
launcher.
Yeah, she's got jetpacks. She's got the Call of Duty wrist launcher. She's got some rockets. She can't rocket jump, so there's
Rocket.
really no reason to play her.
You don't need rocket jumping in this game.
Yeah.
Every game needs rocket jumping.
She has a jetpack.
I mean, Barbie Horse Adventure is fun, but what if you could propel your horse even further using a rocket launcher?
If you weren't doing that in the game, I don't think you were playing it correctly.
So let's move on to Reaper. Sorry, Farah, but
All right, this is my time. It's my time to shine.
It's time to reap.
All right, Reaper says time to reap. And he is like the edgy, super cool. He's got a mask. It's a skull because he's edgy and cool. Probably
It's not
like
a skull.
it's a skull.
He
looks
is the
like a
most
slightly
generic
skull.
character on the roster.
But it doesn't matter because he has 2 shotguns and goes like full on gun fu.
And they're vertical.
Just destroys everything. It's
I do adore the way
Pretty.
that he reloads by just discarding his rocket launcher. His shotgun's just whatever.
yeah,
That's pretty badass.
not a big deal. Who needs? I don't even need these. What is this? He's a ghost. Like what is he even?
Oh, interesting thing to note. I was doing a lot of research on the design of the design of the mask, so I could get it to scale to sculpt one. Underneath, you can just about see his face underneath his mask, and he is smiling
Oh.
like a
That
motherfucker.
adds a little more.
Yeah.
Honestly,
would
I think that they're gonna change his design a little bit to make it a little less cliche. I hope they do, just a little.
Yeah, I do.
Just because I think people actually reacted a little more negatively towards him than probably Blizzard wants. So.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got shotguns, so it doesn't matter as long as he keeps the shotguns.
Yeah,
then
for
we're
sure.
good.
Yeah, definitely. Should we move on to?
Oh wait,
Reinhardt?
I actually need to ask a question first. Did you play
Okay.
Reaper?
I played as Reaper once.
Do the shotguns have a lot of kick to them? Like, does it when you use the shotgun, did it feel awesome? Or
I honestly, like, I played him and died almost instantly, and so I went to somebody else.
so when you
So
said
I-
briefly, you meant like 5 seconds.
Yeah, very briefly. I spawned as Reaper and charged in and tried to shoot things and was instantly sniped by a Widowmaker. So I got bored with Reaper right away because I didn't want to have to run in and get sniped again.
Probably
So I flexed out
realistic.
because this game allows you to flex out in between. So I flexed out of Reaper and went into a different character.
Yeah, so that's probably very realistic how Reaper's going to be treated in the game. I'm thinking, like, everyone sees Reaper, kill him, kind of like they do like healers.
That's kind of what happened.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, 'cause-
because you know that if he gets anywhere near you, he's gonna shotgun you in the face. So
And also, he's just annoying, kind of, to a lot of
Yeah.
people. So
He
yeah.
says time to reap. That's all the motivation you need to kill him.
He
All right,
also
let's go.
says,
Let's go to what the old man Reinhardt. Okay.
He's 61 years old.
"Yeah, oldest
Yeah,
character."
he plays awesomely.
Is he older than Zenyatta? Zenyatta's
Yeah.
probably like 5 years old.
I thought he was the oldest one in the
No.
game. So far.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, he's 61.
Yeah.
Well, Zenyatta can't be more than 60 because
True.
we don't have because it's only 60 years in the future, and we don't have
True.
Zenyatta's
So that's so
around
weird.
right
It's
now.
at 61.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Reinhardt's
he's
got
born
some-
already.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt's been born.
Yeah. Let's go find someone named
He's
Reinhardt.
a baby right now. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Zenyatta's 20, but Reinhardt's somewhere.
Yeah, Reinhardt's got some. He's got some Samus Aran shit going on where his armor is just so much bigger than him. Like, if this man is 61 years old, how does he get that big from putting armor on?
He's German too, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
German. And
I will say this: his charge move is so much fun when you hit somebody with it.
but
You're
it's
just like,
tricky, right? Someone told me
boom! It's tricky. You have to be right on, but if
Yeah.
you get it, it's just the game is over. Just like that person is
And
wiped out. And
he's
it's
probably
awesome.
the most melee focused character in the game, correct? Would you say?
Well, I didn't
doesn't he have
play
just
as Winston. I played as this was my.
But he doesn't have a. Winston has a gun.
oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, Winston is only melee during his ultimate, his
Okay.
primal rage when you crush his glasses.
I mean, Reinhardt
this is
is
cool.
basically the only like melee only character.
yeah. He
It's
has
sort of
one
like,
attack that's ranged.
What I was
his
actually-
attack is kind of okay.
Also, 1,000 times cooler than any rocket launcher. Here's a rocket hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. That is.
He doesn't need to rocket jump
That's
because
this is
he
bad.
can
This is
charge
bad.
forward.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Actually,
All right, let's move on to the one
wait,
character
one
that I...
question first about Reinhardt
Okay. All right.
that I don't know, and I don't think you'll know it either because you didn't even know you could melee. I'm wondering if he
What?
has some sort of like energy sword thing going on, where if you left click to use the melee weapon, his he does like a stronger attack, but if you press V, which is actually the melee key, every character has a melee, he does like a different attack, or he just does the same thing. That's what I was wondering.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
I bet he does
I
like a
expect he'll
bunch.
just
I bet
hit
he hits...
stuff with a hammer. He has
I
a
bet he-
rocket hammer.
What if
It'd
he
be kind
uses
of cool
that?
if he kicked out with his foot.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
he
that-
used
that's
the
yeah.
Like you have
handle.
this hammer, he
Yeah.
has all this cool shield, but he just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Things
disrespectful.
fall
hands.
over. But I
I thought
think he
they
might
might-
actually hit with the other end, the handle end.
Well, Well, no,
Yeah,
it's,
that's what I
he's a
expect.
60-year-old man, so can't he just like backhand, get off my lawn?
Yeah.
Bah!
Okay, so Symmetra,
Children these days.
Yeah, Symmetra.
She's awesome.
she's
She
got a really
creates
cool
turrets.
look. Such a really, really neat look, in my opinion. But she instantly reminds me of Portal from Valve. Instantly.
yeah,
Every time
definitely.
I
Oh
see her.
yeah.
Even
She-
I think they're going with that. But even with
She has
alpha
the whole
skills,
aperture
she
tech.
Portal. Yeah. She
Her portal ability ultimate is awesome. If
She's got
I
an
don't-
Iron Man arm.
works
I don't
so-
see how she stands the way she does. But
How long does the teleporter last? Is it forever until someone destroys it?
I honestly don't remember because I created it and we
You're
all
useless.
Yeah.
I created the portal and then my team started like flowing out of the portal and I was running and killing people. So then I died and I flexed out as somebody else. I didn't stay and see what it was if it was still gonna be there or not if I had played as her again.
That needs to be like a HUD thing. There needs to be something on the HUD that tells you when your teleporter's up.
Mm.
Just saying, Blizzard pulls.
yeah, pulls.
Blizzard, please, in this pre-alpha game.
Yes.
Please. Why aren't these features in the game yet?
I mean, like it's like
the game
it's a
hasn't been
pre-alpha. I'm supposed to be suggesting things. God.
Yeah. See.
I mean, well, if you think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it, this
that's-
this is pre-alpha, and
Yeah.
if you look at anything else that Blizzard does, a Blizzard pre-alpha is everybody else's beta.
Is it pre-alpha
Yeah.
or is it pre-beta?
It'll be internal alpha at the moment. It'll be
Bastion
Yeah.
bleeds blood.
it'll be pre-technical alpha, I think, at the moment, or at least
They
technical
should
alpha.
bleed oil.
If you look at
right?
Heroes of the Storm, I mean, when you played that initially, like that was a really polished game at
Yeah,
first.
well, Heroes of the Storm is still in technical alpha, technically, and I've put
That phrase means nothing.
30 hours into it now, and I've given
I
them
don't think it
I've
does
given them
anymore.
money for it.
Yeah, I've given them money too.
Oh, I love it. It's
Good
such
game.
a good game.
I don't pay for video games because I am not a
I don't
schmuck.
get to play it. Oh God.
Oh,
Okay, so let's move on to Torbjorn.
Ye-
Torbjorn.
People are gonna
There we
beat you up if you don't say it right.
Torbjorn.
It's Torbjorn.
That's it.
because I never knew.
Torbjorn.
He's a guy who builds things in a Blizzard game, so he's
No,
a
he's
dwarf.
not a guy. He is a
Yeah,
dwarf.
Is- I-
Okay.
He
This
is a very
is the one
short.
character that I don't understand yet.
He's a Gimli.
He is a very, very short man, and he builds turrets with scrap metal. He's totally not the engineer. He's
So-
his own original character.
What part of the
he-
country does Blizzard believe that there are dwarfs?
He
Well,
is.
I mean, what part of the world?
He's
Well-
just short and stout.
Mm,
He lives
and kind of
underground.
angry.
they called him a dwarf. So,
Yeah.
and he is a dwarf. He is a
Well, I mean,
He actually probably does have some form of dwarfism. If we're just going to go there, and
I mean,
that-
I'd be pretty upset too if someone were to if I were to be like, "Don't build super robots; they're gonna kill all of us," and then they built super robots and they tried to kill all of us.
Yeah, because that was his job. He got so upset that he turned into a dwarf. Started drinking a lot and turned into a dwarf. That's what
I think,
apparently
yeah, he
happened.
cut his own legs off to replace them with these kick-ass boots.
Yeah.
He made armor, but it was too small, so he's like, "All right, well."
Yeah, you know that phrase, measure once, no, measure twice, cut once.
I can't wait for his.
He was like
his-
sort of, it's 21 inches. 21
I can't wait for his
centimeters cut.
Christmas
Oh, shit.
themed skin, if that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah,
know it
oh
will be.
god, that'd be so good.
He's gonna be Santa Claus. You know.
Not
he
as good as Swagalag and Winston with his shutter shades and his
is. Yeah,
blank.
Shutter Shades is gonna be a thing on some Winston. So he's pretty much just the engineer, right
Yeah.
from TF2.
Yeah, he's the
I mean, that's-
2 People are like, "How do you pronounce his name?" I'm just like, just call him the
Torbjorn.
Engineer.
Just call him the
Torbjorn.
NG.
Yeah,
Torbjorn.
erecting a turret. Okay.
Erecting an armor pack.
Now he just
Fact
chucks
really
them at
does
you.
help.
So, everyone's favorite mascot, Tracer.
Yeah, she is she's the spokesperson of it.
Do the line.
Cheers, love. Cavalry's here.
That was so bad. All right.
I know.
That was bad that time. Why? Why?
I don't
We
know because
rehearsed
you
it
just,
even.
just forced it out of me.
It has to
Exactly.
It has to
What you
That's
looking
how
at?
Americans do it.
What
All
you
right.
looking
So she was not in time for a long time. I guess she was not in time for a thing,
A couple
and then
of-
Winston was like, "Yo, have some time." You can tell now.
She was a test pilot for Overwatch, and her blink plane. Was it called the Sidewinder? No, not the Sidewinder.
The Sidewinder. I think it was called
Was it actually
Sidewinder.
the Sidewinder? No, the Slipstream. And it malfunctioned, and she disappeared for a couple of months. She came back, and she was an intangible ghost, disappearing for days at a time. And then Winston comes over and goes, "Oh, you've got coronal dissociation here. Wear this harness."
That's a thing that happens to people sometimes. We got the treatment for that.
Yeah, well, gorillas do that.
Was
dude.
it
You
Gorilla
don't even know.
Winston or original Winston?
It's Gorilla Winston.
Okay.
So,
that's-
so as you can clearly see, Tracer is identical to the Scout from Team Fortress 2. You know, they're ridiculously similar, except for the fact that they are total opposites.
Yes.
And everyone who says Tracer is similar to the Scout is dumb, and is only saying that because they both go fast, which in that case, I guess Tracer is comparable to Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was under the impression Tracer didn't have a particularly fast run speed.
Really?
She's pretty.
Just could blink.
She's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
fast, but the
She
blink
can blink
is
in both directions.
the blink is awesome, and the recall is cool.
Oh, interesting fact. During the cinematic for the announcement of Overwatch, any time that Tracer blinks, she only does 3 blinks at once,
Yes.
and then there's a gap before she blinks again in the cinematic. And of course, mechanically, she can only store 3 charges of blink at once, and they regenerate one per second or whatever. So they actually included that in the cinematic.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
I didn't
pretty
notice
neat.
that actually. I'm gonna watch it.
And
I might have
I,
watched it too much.
I wanted to go ahead and just say, I think everyone knows this,
Yeah.
but when you actually do the recall ability, which is her ultimate, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
when
no,
you
no,
do
no,
that,
no, it isn't.
No,
No,
it's not.
it's
Her
just-
pulse
no, no,
bomb
it's-
is the
Yeah,
ultimate.
pulse
I'm
bombs
sorry.
are ultimate.
That's
Yeah.
But
weird.
her recall ability, it does rewind her back 3 seconds, correct? And it actually heals her, or it gets her, back to her old version of her life, and her ammo count.
Yes.
So it's going to be ability that we're going to see
And
a
most
lot.
importantly, her position.
Oh man, I can't wait to
Literally
see
her
it.
position.
I cannot wait to see the strats that are going to come out of that.
Also,
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I like to
also,
see
it's-
people
it's-
jumping off ledges and then zipping back up. That's going to be fun.
It's fun to use.
Also, we can pretty much be confirmed she's going to be the first Overwatch champion in Heart of the Swarm. Heart of the Swarm, Heroes of the Storm. They're both
It's okay.
really
It's
She
nice.
not-
is the mascot. So.
It's not your
Yes.
fault that Blizzard has 2 things named
Yeah,
the same thing.
I keep calling it Heroes of the Swarm,
Yeah, there we go.
And-
and then I just go on and play Zagara.
Like,
Legacy
after
of the Storm.
I think
That's
I
cool.
love
Blizzard
stuff.
have 2 things with literally the same exact acronym
Yeah.
that you refer to them as. That's smart.
Yeah,
I don't like Blizzard.
Yeah, you do.
Storm.
I know.
Ah, god
Okay.
damn it, Blizzard.
Got to
All right,
say.
who else do we got? Widowmaker and Winston, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we get another one too after that. The best one. The best one after that.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to
Winston!
Widowmaker.
Widowmaker's got. Okay, sorry.
Widowmaker is like the my old style of gameplay. Like I used to love sniping, but not anymore.
But then you
So-
realize that, oh wait, I'm a huge bitch. I'm gonna play
No.
the game like normal people now.
Yeah, no. So, what do y'all think about her design?
She's got a big booty.
She does. She's definitely over sexualized, and she is
she
definitely
does not
a
have
ghost.
a good design. Just gonna put that out there.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
her butt actually gets bigger when she uses her
Yeah,
ultimate.
which is really weird, and I hope that's not going to be a real thing in the game.
What?
I hope that happened on it. Go to the page right now
Yeah.
and then look at the little preview for her ultimate, and then look at her butt when she puts her glasses on.
It's just too. It's
Oh
it's
yes,
an
I
animation
remember
glitch.
somebody pointed that out. That's
Yeah, it's like turbo butt activated. So I don't really. Yeah.
it's a bad design.
Do we know her lore? Didn't she actually kill her husband?
She's an old like science experiment, isn't she?
Yeah.
Or something.
she's
I
not
don't
what
know.
she used to be.
Yeah.
And,
Oh.
Yeah, but she's blue.
mhm.
I have no idea about her lore at all.
She's
Her sniper ability is pretty good though. Like between her and Hanzo, Hanzo like he can one hit kill people too, but you have to be really accurate with it. And I feel like she's a little like her sniper rifle is a little bit more accurate than an arrow.
Yeah. But then
it's
her rifle can also change to just a.
I hate that so much.
It's not that amazing. I mean, it's good in a pinch, but like whenever I had to attack somebody and I wasn't using my sniper rifle mode, it runs out of bullets so quickly, and I don't think a full clip can kill somebody. At least when it could have been just because I was missing.
Well, they've given her a really sort of comprehensive package because she's got the sniper rifle, she's got the assault rifle, she's got the grappling hook for getting these positions. She's also got mines to defend herself when she's camping.
Yes.
You don't like campers.
Gotta plant those claymores and sit in a building for 10 minutes. That's fun.
What I understand is, like, here's the thing with camping, though, in this game. If somebody was yelling out, like, oh my god, they're camping while we were playing, and we were on defense. You're supposed to camp at the
like,
defense.
okay, what's the...
That's the point.
Like, one team is always going to be camping. You can't say, oh my god, they're camping, because one team is always going to be defending. That means...
Also, she only has to miss one shot with a sniper for a Tracer to get up in her face and just plant.
What you looking at?
What you looking at?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna be... I think she's gonna be used quite a lot.
I think her assault rifle to sniper rifle thing is the biggest load of poop. I don't know who thought that would be a good idea. It's like the sniper has incredible long-range capabilities and is really shitty close range. How about we make them good at both?
But she's not good at both. It's an alternate fire, that machine gun mode, but it's not as good as a normal.
I think it's just for like, let's say someone actually tries to backstab her and they don't have full health.
Well,
yeah,
no,
that's definitely what it's for.
TF2, the sniper has a submachine gun.
Yeah, but it's Gorbo. It's so bad.
Exactly.
And you have to. I think
the balance the same way.
I think it's not really, because for the sniper you have to switch weapons to pull it out. With Widowmaker, it's just as soon as you pull the scope down, you can blast people. I don't like that. That's just personal opinion.
When you play it, you'll see what I mean. That it's not as OP
right.
as you're thinking.
Let's hop over to the gorilla.
Because it like.
That?
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and finish your thought though. I don't want to.
Because it's like with the sniper rifle, he has like this dinky ass tiny machine gun that he holds like this. She's got a full on big ass assault rifle. It just looks more intimidating. I thought it would be good, but apparently not.
I love Winston.
He's awesome.
It's Winston time. Go ahead.
He's a space monkey.
Well, humans had this base on the moon, and they were testing they had these genetically altered sort of apes that they were testing like the effects of long-term living in space. And one of them turned out to be super intelligent. So Professor something Winston, I can't remember his first name, Dr. Harold Winston, started to educate him, and then the monkeys revolted because that's what groups of genetically engineered monkeys do, and killed Harold.
Movies.
Yeah, killed Harold Winston. So Winston the monkey took his name and built a rocket on his own, fled to Earth, and joined Overwatch, and then went around being awesome and fatherly to everybody because he.
I don't understand.
That's how badass he is.
I love him.
I don't understand how he built a rocket like on a moon base and nobody found out about
Because
that.
he's a super scientist.
It's like, hey, Winston, what are you doing? Ignore the giant ass rocket behind me. This is nothing.
Stacking bananas.
Now I'm just imagining like these 4 tiny boxes of bananas with this giant rocket behind it.
No, I was thinking of a pile of bananas and a rocket's underneath that pile. That's what I was thinking.
Oh no, I think it's better where it's just these tiny boxes, and he's kind of like, nothing's going on here, nothing's behind those boxes, and the other girls are like, okay then, I believe you, I'm going to carry on. Why would another gorilla lie to me?
Yeah, seriously, Caesar.
Caesar.
It's Winston.
Home.
Anyway, yes.
That's my French voice.
So, did you play Winston?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I wanted to, but I just
okay.
One of those that I never got around to.
Because I had questions about his Tesla cannon because it seems
Short range.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a little. It looks like it's essentially a version of a flamethrower because it's a little short range, kind of in front of you. Just sort of sweep it across, and
I'm wondering also.
Chain?
Yeah, I'm also chain, and I'm also wondering about auto aiming with it. Like, is it? Do you have to be extremely accurate when you're aiming? or does
Is-
it?
With any person?
No, with
Or-
him.
Yeah, with
No,
specifically,
I don't
so-
know. I've only been on the receiving
Did,
end of what he was shooting.
The game actually feel like it had any auto aim in it?
I honestly didn't notice.
Okay.
It seems
It probably
seemed
didn't.
pretty,
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like a person that notices auto aim immediately. Like if I move my mouse over here and it doesn't go over there immediately, I'm like,
I don't
Something's fishy.
think so.
Yeah, you would notice it.
Yeah,
You really
I don't
would.
Yeah.
think there was any auto aim.
Yeah.
But I also think that some of the characters aren't extremely accurate with their shooting like right at the crosshair. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Well,
expecting.
Range does
from
make a difference.
seeing
I've
with
noticed
of
that a
the
lot of the characters have really big crosshairs. Like they're all just circles with dots in it.
And
Well,
I will
what-
say that the game plays a lot slower than you're all thinking. Usually.
Well,
It's like-
they gave the impression of BlizzCon that they don't want this to be a Twitch shooter where it's kind
Exactly.
of headshot. It's very much your abilities matter, your positioning
Yes,
matter, your teamwork
exactly.
matter.
That's like a perfect combo for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it plays a lot slower than it looks, even in the trailers. Like everybody, it just I guess Halo sort of plays a little bit slower than like a Call of Duty or something like that. But it's like kind of in between. It's like not slow but not fast. It's like
Did he really
for
just
me, it was
look
the perfect amount.
Halo's extremely slow to me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm used to
Alright.
Unreal Tournament though.
Even well, I mean,
Unreal Tournament was awesome.
Yeah.
Halo was like because I didn't have a PC for like my 10 gaming my 10 first gaming years, so I just played the butts out of
You're
Halo.
a peasant.
And it's like when you're on console, it's like, what do you have? You have Call of Duty,
A potato
which is butts,
Yeah.
and then you have Halo, which is an arena shooter. Like,
and a peasant hat.
what else could you ask? Halo's a really solid arena shooter. Play
and a
Halo.
bucket full of night
Arena?
soil.
I don't know.
Halo's an
Okay,
arena
so
shooter.
I don't know about calling it. I don't call it that.
So Winston,
peasant
he's
game.
awesome.
So.
Yes.
Coolest character.
Winston is not in Halo. He is in the
Let's-
Overwatch video game that we are talking about right now. Let's go.
Okay, so Zenyatta
Well, actually,
to me
I
is
just
the
want-
coolest looking. Okay.
A quick interesting thing about Winston. The symbol for his ultimate, which is his primal rage, where he goes rah and beats shit out of
Is his
stuff.
glasses,
it's
right?
a broken pair of glasses. From where
That's so
Reaper
cool.
stomped at his glasses during the
I don't
opening
like-
cinematic. So good.
Yeah,
I never
like
understood why he was
that.
so upset about that, but now I get it. He's like, it
Yeah.
was his. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, see, aren't you glad that we mentioned it, or
Yeah.
she mentioned it, and yeah. So Zenyatta is my shit, man. He's like so cool. I love it how he looks. I like that he's got those. Wow, I was fixing to say something dirty sounding. I love that he's got balls, and I
guess you
just
could
love
say
that he
he,
floats. I love.
He does
Yeah, I
indeed
love
have
his
balls
ultimate.
of steel.
Yeah, see,
I doubt they're steel.
I love
Shut
his
up!
ultimate. I love
Sorry,
it. It's gorgeous.
I can't turn it off.
You can't ruin my puns, all right? That's messed up.
So
He looks like the only
Let's-
character that requires even a bit of skill, in my opinion.
who?
Zenyatta.
Zenyatta?
Yeah, because like he uses his ammunition for his abilities, right?
Yeah.
I haven't actually played as him either. It was him and Winston are the two that I think they're the only two that I didn't play as actually.
Oh,
I think.
that's a shame.
Yeah.
Like
Looking back-
you have to like keep
Yeah,
track of
he
your
really
orbs,
is.
and you actually have to like manage your orbs and stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a high skill capsuling, I'm thinking.
But,
Except for his ult, he just kind of presses R and walks into people.
But that's what ults are for, man. Come
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think the ult's deliberately supposed to be powerful.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Ixloc, you got to play the game, and I really just wanted to touch on the map design. Like, I don't know how knowledgeable you are about map design and how much experience you really have with shooter games, but can you
Well,
just
they're-
comment on what you played?
They're very small when compared to like any other maps I've seen. Like how
I don't like that.
in Call of Duty, like sometimes they'll be huge or whatever, and then even Halo maps, I think to some extent, some of them feel they could be about the size of Halo, or maybe sometimes a little bit smaller, sometimes larger, but it's overall it's a smaller scale map, and there's usually only one direct path, or sometimes there's a second direct path, at least in the maps I played, to the objective. except if you're one of the characters like, say, Hanzo, who can crawl over things, or if you're Pharah, who can jetpack over. Pretty much any character that can, lift themselves up in the air.
A vertical
Winston.
movement.
Yeah. They can get up above and stuff like that, or Widowmaker, but it does, the style of the maps feel very it feels very deliberate to keep everybody together, because the more avenues you give people to go other different directions, you're going to start having people split off and do their own thing. This one it's usually you can go one way, and maybe there's a little side passage over here, but usually everybody's going down this one way, and the idea is you flex in and out of these characters, to go back and forth, and it works out pretty well. I was actually pretty happy with the maps. Even though my favorite was actually, I only got to play it once, was the one with the whatever that is they're pushing,
Payload?
The payload where they're pushing
Which
the
is
payload.
the London map.
The London map, yeah. I only got to play the payload version of that once.
King's Row.
It's King's Row. It's the one in my background.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
But it's actually having that extra bit in there was pretty cool, because people were like, you literally had to position yourselves in just such a way so that you'd always have, like if you were a Widowmaker, you'd always have a sniping position. You always had to move. Nobody can really just stay in one spot. You're always going all over the place. But again, the teams always seem to stay together, which is really cool.
Nice.
I have a couple
you did
questions.
say you played some Unreal Tournament, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you compare the map size with that? Because that's really the only shooter I know well.
Unreal Tournament has wildly different sizes.
Yeah,
they do.
Unreal Tournament is like Halo, where it has just maps that are ginormous and maps
Okay,
that are...
can we just agree? The maps are smaller. The maps are smaller than PlanetSide.
Okay.
I-
Alright, cool.
just-
That fits
The maps
everything.
are smaller than Call of Duty, would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes, and also Call of Duty, usually you can go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. You just, as soon as you spawn, you can kind of go wherever you want. In this game, you can try to go wherever you want, but depending on your character, you might not be able to either make it over this ravine or whatever, or you better you might get killed, because all of a sudden you're going to encounter like 6 or 7 guys. So
would you say it's like TF2 kind of does the same thing, where as soon as you get out of the spawn, there's usually 2 spawn entrances that take you to like wildly different areas, but eventually meet to the same point? Would you say it's like that?
Yeah, yes, but more one path, at least that I've discovered. It seemed like more one path than 2.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Also, was there you're saying that there's only like one point or one path that you can go down? Was there just like one ridiculously absurd choke point where like no one could get past it, and it was just a pain in the butt, and the defense was just way too overpowered on it?
The what's the Egypt looking level called again? Not Egypt looking, it's the Hanzo level, excuse me.
The Hanzo level.
Oh, the Asia level with the
one.
temples and the cherry blossoms?
Yeah, that one. There was a definite choke point right when you got to where the defenders were, where you had to go in and capture this area.
Hanamaru,
thank you. And if you were a character that could climb or jetpack, then you could easily get over 2 sides over here. But there was definitely a choke point here that and it was early on in my playing when we got this, so I don't think people really got the fact that they could, we could switch out as quickly as possible. But once you get used to it, I don't think it'll be as big an issue. I mean, we had difficulty, breaching it, and when the team switched, they had difficulty breaching it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just once you get used to the characters, I think you'll see a lot more flexing in and out of different characters. Like you might see a lot of Reinhardts going in if you need to push through a choke point, and then have like some like a a couple Widowmakers, or maybe a Tracer to get in there behind there, and it's all in like the tactics. And you're gonna have to. It's not just you can't just go in and play like I'm gonna be Bastion the whole time. You're gonna have to flex out, and that's what I think is really cool about this game, is you can do that.
Another question. Match size. How long were the matches? What do you think on average it was?
They were long. I felt that they were kind of long, except that when one team got when it was objective based. If a team got owned pretty quickly, then it ended, and it could have been in like 5 minutes. But most matches were like 10-ish, 15 minutes.
All right, that's pretty average.
Cool.
That's like TF2 size.
That's
Yeah,
what I want.
it felt a little bit longer, and again, it's my first time playing the game, and we got to play attack and defense each time we went through the line. So
One match is like one attack, one defense.
yeah, so it was a good amount of time, but
No. It's not. No, you don't get to go attack and defense in one match, right?
Yes, you do.
You do. Okay.
That's
Sorry.
what we.
Cool.
At least that's how they had it set up in this.
So
like,
so you get scored. So like if you win on offense, you get a point, and if you win on defense, you win the whole thing.
I'm trying to remember how the scoring was. I know they showed your kills. No, wait, wasn't it kills? I think it was a score, like an overall score with everything.
Sounds
I'd
good.
have to look. I took a couple pictures.
Is there a kill feed?
There's a kill cam.
There's a kill cam, but there's no kill feed.
Kill feed.
Like at the top right corner of the screen in like TF2, whenever somebody kills someone, it appears there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that. I just know there's a kill cam. You know,
No,
after
there isn't a kill feed.
Oh,
you
okay.
can see
That
exactly. how-
sounds like a very easy thing for them to add if it proves useful.
Yeah.
The
I don't
thing
think
is-
I don't think they're going to though.
Yeah, I don't think it needs it. I don't think kills
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah, I
'Cause,
think.
it's
well,
also kind of hard to show what character they were playing that they used to kill the other person or something like. If that's really that important, it is
Something
to-
that's I think it'll actually be good if there's no kill feed because it definitely promotes teamwork.
yeah.
Yeah, in a game like TF2 and Overwatch where whoever's up at whatever time is really, really important, whether or not people are up or down because respawn timers and whatnot. You're gonna have to communicate with your team to know who's down and when's the right time to push and how many players they have down. Did you know if
That would be more useful, having knowing the health pools of other players.
Did you know if it showed who was dead and who was alive on the scoreboard?
I know I checked the scoreboard a couple times, but I was more looking to see what my points were, so I didn't notice if.
I think a lot of this is talking about like effectively game interface things, which there are lots of very specialist things that you wouldn't necessarily see even in a game at launch, even if they were there a year later. So I think talking about a lot of this nuance, kind of nuances stuff, is a bit sort of quibbling over details.
Yeah.
However,
Well, it is a big deal for competitive potential.
Yeah.
I mean, kill feed doesn't seem much, but it is a big deal. It affects a lot. Like you
Well,
don't really.
At this point, I didn't miss anything. Like it felt like a good polished game to me. And again, it's an alpha, so the fact that it felt like a full game to me already was crazy. But that's Blizzard, so that was definitely a plus.
I mean, Heroes of the Storm, you have a kill feed, but that's also doubles up as sort of like seeing how long it takes for them to spawn back in, and that's of course incredibly important for your progression and your planning through the game. If it doesn't prove fundamentally important, knowing if your opponent is dead because their respawn time is incredibly quick or whatever, then that's not going to be a vital information to display. They don't want to overpower people with all this information.
Do you remember what respawn times were? Didn't you say like 10 seconds before?
It felt like around 10 seconds.
That's actually a pretty long time. I mean, that's like a full push.
But it's weird because, as I said, in most other games, with FPSs, it doesn't promote as well people getting together and staying together. So, if somebody's dead, like as long as the team was staying together, which on the whole that happened more often than not, unless everybody gets wiped out all at once, in which case that's an easy, win. But otherwise, it's good.
I think we pretty much touched everything we wanted to talk about for today, don't you think?
Yes.
That would be everything.
And then some, of course. I think, So there is that's our first episode, y'all.
Yeah.
That's
Remember,
it's over.
We are the crew behind Overwatchin, a website which will be coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
Sorry
in the meantime,
that it's not up.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, you can find us and a whole pool of knowledge at probably the biggest community on the internet, which will be the Reddit page, so r/Overwatch.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well,
That is
so it's
definitely the
gonna
place to go.
be.
It's actually
Probably-
r/.
No,
Yeah.
r/. Well, it's reddit.com/r/.
Another thing, I'm gonna be on the TeamSpeak server that is gonna be posted on that subreddit pretty often. I hope I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be the deal. So if anybody ever wants to just pop on there and talk to me, they can. I will probably cry if no one does that.
There's a pretty active
If not a
IRC
single
channel
person
as well.
popped. Yeah, it's a really cool one. So if y'all haven't noticed, that means that we're not ever planning on really launching a forums. Okay, I'm gonna put that out there. There's plenty of them out there. Just look on Google if you don't like the Reddit, or if you don't like Reddit in period. So at all. So anyways,
also, I have a YouTube channel. Hopefully, you will link to all of our various external websites as well through when you annotate this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
YouTube.com/HayzeMH.
yeah, drop it in. Drop your Twitter, everything. We're gonna So
HayzeMH everywhere.
Director Deke.
yeah. See, there it is. Anyways, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and shut off the. We're gonna go ahead and shut off the cameras, and y'all can just.
The stream.
Nice save.
No, not the stream yet. No, just the cameras for right now.
Yeah.
Don't forget to click the follow button. Don't forget to kind of hit up our Twitter. We're gonna be getting all that stuff put together and gonna be badass with it. Do y'all want to say anything before I click this no more button?
Time to reap.
No.
Play Overwatch when it's
Winston for president.
What you looking at? Oh.
What you looking at?
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
What?
You almost just led me into a really racist joke.
Well, you
But I ain't gonna do it.
did upset the Christians by saying "God damn it," so.
That's racist. Christian is a race.
And scene.
So, Christians could be a race. I don't know. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry that I'm not awesome.
Sorry that he's
But
terrible.
the podcast
It's okay, we
is
picked
awesome.
it up.
So, all right, everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks
sorry.
for tuning in.
I picked up the slack. It's fine.
Yeah,
She's
see?
British.
That's why we got her here. All right, see y'all.
Filling in numbers.
Yay.
Bye.
Later.
Later, guys and gals.